Alright guys and girls, Shardys back for the latest update. It's been a very long time. Now, what have we got right here? That's my tank and it's on eBay. That was actually about a week ago. It's already been sold. We're turning the corner and voila, there it is, but it's not there anymore. So, basically, we've sold it. We've got rid of it. And before you all start moaning, it's not because I've got out of the hobby. It's because hopefully within about 6 months to 8 months, my house will get a big wrecking ball straight through it because I will be building a brand new house for me and my lovely family. So we drained the tank out and yeah, I'm just filming it for you here. Excuse the mess in my kitchen there. Bit of a rough night last night. So yeah, it's basically been broken down. Opening the doors here, you can see nothing in there, just a few pipes. And actually, since filming this video, the tank did get sold on eBay. It was about 300 quid I got for it, which wasn't much, but frankly, that thing just weighed a ton, and I was very happy to get rid of it out of the house without me having to do any manual labour. So a little bit overexposed there on the camera. Don't know what you're doing, Shardy, but there's all the equipment. That's all kind of cleaned up, actually. Everything on there, I gave it a bit of a clean up, soaked it in vinegar, and I'm boxing it up. I actually have sold the Radions, and I'm going to show you why I sold my Radions, because, and I bet you're actually wondering what has happened to, all my fish and my corals. Well, the tank was actually doing really good before I broke it down. I may have a video stashed away somewhere actually of what I took. That's my UV sterilizers. I've kept them for the new build. I'm not putting them on my latest build, which I'm about to show you over at my dad's house next door. We're going to be moving in at my dad's house next door. Me and my family. It's going to be pretty crammed. He's not too happy about that, but yeah, we're moving in, knock the house down. Year later, we'll get the ultra monster build on the go. It's going to be a 1,500 litre tank in the new house, and that's gonna, I'm gonna do a proper detailed video diary of that build. But yeah, for now, we've had to take all the corals and the fish and put them next door in the Reefer, Red Sea Reefer 450, and here it is, the Red Sea Reefer 450 set up. This is about, I'm going to say it's about a couple of weeks old, this tank, but it has got all the established live rock in there from my old tank, so in a way it's not really a new tank because there's a lot of bacteria and good stuff on that tank. Actually, this was about a month ago, I think, this video. And now I've got coralline growing all over it within a month, so I wouldn't really call it a new tank. It's a Red Sea Reefer 450. I've managed to move all my corals from my other tank in there. I did sell some corals, a lot of the LPS that I didn't want, I sold them, got rid of them. And I sold a few fish and kept my favourite ones. And this is basically just a holding tank. You can actually find this on the Aquatic Log online. They should pay me for mentioning that, by the way. But yeah, I started using Aquatic Log to keep track of all my parameters and my maintenance and stuff like that. So you can learn pretty much everything about this tank on Shardys holding tank on Aquatic Log. There's Mambo, my big boy. Had him for a while now. He's great. I mean, what I love about him is he just eats anything. I mean, other fish are spitting. If they spit a bad bit of shrimp out that they don't like, he will eat it. There's my gold flake angel doing very well. In fact, everything. About 2 months before I broke down the last tank, it was doing amazing. And I hope to continue that success in this tank. I've gone pretty much all out SPS. Pretty much because I want to keep this as an SPS holding tank for the big monster tank that gets built. Oh, dearie. Yes. Sorry about that, just got interrupted there. But yeah, I'm going to keep all of these corals, let them grow out over the next probably couple of years or so. Because that's probably how long it's going to be before I get the monster tank built. Maybe even 2 to 3 years it could be. We'll see how it goes. And then all of this will go in there. Hopefully it'll have grown out nice and big by then. And then I'll probably do a mixed reef there, but have all these SPS on the top section. And as SPS are the slowest to grow, it seemed logical for me to basically keep the SPS growing in this holding tank. So that is the plan. This is a Red Sea Reefer 450 that I've got here. I'm not even sure if I took a video of the actual tank itself. There's my green barley slimer that's doing really, really well there. But yeah, so it's a nice tank. I've obviously not aquascaped it particularly coolly because it is just a holding tank. I kind of designed it to fit as much in this tank as humanly possible. So that's what I'm trying to do. Look at that purple stylophora there. That started off as just a little stick, I don't know, about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, and it's doing really nicely. In fact, all of the corals are doing really nicely in this tank now. It's been running about, this is actually only a few weeks, but it's been running coming up to 2 months, about 6 weeks, 7 weeks now. There it is. You can kind of just see the Reefer. I'm trying to get some focus on it. It's a clean tank. It's only a 450, so it is quite a bit smaller than my last tank, but that's because I didn't want to put something huge in my dad's house. This is actually my little brother and sister's kind of room, so they kindly said it would be fine if I just put this tank here just to keep it for the next couple of years or so. I'm running ATI Sun Power. I've decided to go with T5s simply because I've been looking at a lot of SPS tanks running T5s and I really like the colours on them. I found actually since doing this video the colours are really coming on nicely, much nicer than on the LEDs, but I am not sure if it is LEDs that's doing that. I'm not convinced. Obviously you get a better spread on these T5s, so there's less shading, which is obviously good for SPS, but I don't think it's really to do with the quality of the light. I would say the coloration, and the reason why it's doing very nicely on this is my nitrates are at 0, phosphates at 0. I'm running biopellets. The cycling on this tank, there literally wasn't any. That's probably because I'm putting in fully, mature live rock from my old tank. So I didn't see anything actually when building this tank. There's my Deltec skimmer, which is majorly overkill for a 450 litre tank, but that's the one I'm going to use. Now I'm probably going to upgrade for the monster tank, but this is a very good skimmer for this tank, and I've gone very, very anal now in terms of my maintenance and things on the tank. I'm really keeping a good check on it, and I'm very, very happy with the system. I've got all the mods on this tank that I did on the old tank. Skimmer's running really nicely. I change out my socks religiously actually because I really I don't know, I just want to keep these nitrates and phosphates at 0. I've got the Profilux rigged up to it there, but the main thing, I'm not going deep sandbed on this one. For nitrates I'm pretty much using my bio pellets there with this Octopus biochurn reactor, which is a monster, and I bought this monster for the monster tank basically. Sorry guys, my cat is being a bit of a pain, but yeah, so I bought this. It's a huge one. This will handle the monster tank easy. I'm running phosphate and carbon in reactors, change them out monthly just to be very, very religious about my reef tank maintenance. But that reactor is awesome, and literally I've seen 0.2 has been the highest nitrates in this tank so far, and I currently have 35 fish in it, feeding over 10 cubes of mysis and brine shrimp a day with flake, algae rings, and I'm really feeding it like nuts basically. And the biopellets seem to be really taking up that load very, very nicely. The other day, it went up to 0.2 again, so I added in 100 mil more biopellets in it, and it went back down to 0 straight away. I got my pipes going in there for water changes like I did on my old one, drain pipe and fill pipe. So it's pretty much a replica of my old system, just a little more compact and more tidy. Well, maybe not tidy, but just more compact and nice to hold all these SPS and grow them out. And yeah, testing out the T5s because I'm thinking that possibly I may go for a kind of hybrid LED and T5 setup on the monster build. So I'm going to check that out and see how that does over the next couple of years. here's the garage. This is on the other side of the tank conveniently, so I was able to pump in, put in my old storage system. That's my RODI unit, same one, same tanks, storage tanks that I had on the old tank. And basically that one there is my, fresh, and that's my salt. Actually, that one's a spare. I don't even need that one. I got it in the transition. I needed a tank in the transition as I was moving the tank over, which was a bit of a major mission. I was going to do a video diary of it, but I didn't. So, dosing. I've decided now I'm doing 2-part calcanal dosing, which I've done for a while, but I'm not using these fusions anymore. I'm using these big 20-litre buckets with actual, calcium, what's it called, please? Sodium hydroxycarbonate. I can't remember the actual stuff. I just got it off online. 2 big bags of calcium, one of the alkalinity. I mix it myself now. It's a lot cheaper than buying those... is it C-Chem things that cost you a fortune. I get about 10 times the amount of calc and alk for the price that I do for those C-Chems. So, yeah, and I basically drilled this little hole. It's a bit of a bodge setup, this, because it's not going to be here forever. So that was to stick my drain pipe out to do water changes. Doing 10% weekly, just want to keep trace elements right. It's not really for nitrates. In fact, it's not for nitrates at all. I'm doing it for... stability and trace elements, which I'm not really testing for, so just do that to keep things right. And you can see just around the corner there's the tank through the window there from outside. But so just an update. I've not done an update for so long that I just thought, go on then, let's just let people know what's going on. May do a few ones in the future. But yeah, I know a lot of people have been nagging me saying, where the hell have you gone? Is it all over? And it's not over. Things are evolving. Things are changing. And then, like I say, in a few years' time, I'm going to build an absolute monster. So this is Shardy L, everyone. Hope everyone's awesome. Signing out.